Hi guys, happy Thursday. It is time for your math lesson for today. I have to tell you how proud I am of all of you. The math work that you guys have been sending me has been wonderful. I'm so proud of you. This is not an easy lesson and you all are getting it and you're drawing your pictures and you're understanding what regrouping is and how to do double-digit addition. That is a huge, huge step for you guys. I'm so proud of you. Keep up the great work. Today's lesson, I'm going to show you a different way of adding. It's going to be simple adding like we did in the beginning of the week, except I'm going to show you a different format, a different way of solving a double-digit addition problem. Today we're going to start with a two-digit number, and we're just going to add tens today, and we're going to be reading a word problem. So we have to pick out the information that we need. And we're going to take those numbers and I'm going to represent the numbers using these two different tables, okay? So you're going to see that the first table looks like our part whole mat. If you remember from the beginning of the year, we learned that the top part is where we show the whole or the sum of the ants of the problem, and the two boxes is where we write the two parts that we're adding, or the two numbers that we put together go here, the two parts we put together here, and the whole is on the top. When we put those two parts together, what does it equal? That goes on the top. You remember that? Good. Now this is another way of adding a problem. In the beginning of the week, I told you of how when I was younger, my teacher would tell us how to write neatly during math and how we make sure we line up our numbers. Well, that's the reason why I've been telling you, you have to understand your ones and your tens. You have to be able to point out and represent those numbers on a chart, and you have to line them up properly so you add them properly. Okay? So what you'll see is just like our tens and ones mat, our place value mat, it's very similar, except I added in a couple extra things, okay? You're gonna see this little box. You don't need to know about that little box right now, but it has to do with regrouping. We're not using it in today's lesson, but I want you to be aware of it, okay? You're just gonna leave it blank today. But eventually I'm gonna show you how to use that box. It's really, really important for when you regroup. The plus sign is over here. And then the equal sign is along the bottom, all right? This is adding vertically, okay? When you go from top to bottom, that's vertical, okay? So this is going to help you to add today, and I'm gonna show you a problem. I'm gonna read you a problem from your math book, and I'm going to have you work it out, and I'm gonna show you how to write it on a piece of paper. So if you have a dry erase board or a piece of paper handy, you could work along with me. If you want to just listen to me and listen to the lesson and so that you can understand it, that's fine too. And then at the end, I'll give you a couple examples to practice using this vertical format when you add, okay? All right, so when you're all done with the lesson and listening to the video, you're gonna take out this paper, it's 10-6, and you're going to complete the word problems all by yourself. Okay, let's get started. So the first problem I have for you is right from your work mat that we would normally do in school. And I'm gonna read you the problem. We're gonna pick out the numbers that we're gonna have to add, and then we're gonna solve it. Okay. Ellen has 21 stickers. Her brother gives her 20 stickers. How many stickers does Ellen have in all? I'll read it one more time. Ellen has 21 stickers. Her brother gives her 20 stickers. How many stickers does Ellen have in all? The key word I hear in that question is how many in all. So that tells me I'm gonna have to add those two parts together to find my answer, to find the whole. So let's write down the problem first, the way we did earlier in this week. Ellen had 21 stickers. Her brother gave her 20 stickers. How many does she have in all? So I'm adding them, just like we did earlier this week. I'm gonna use the part whole mat to represent these two numbers. Now remember, 21 is gonna go here, because that's one part, and 20 is gonna go over here. 10, 20, 21. 21 has two groups of 10 and 1 1. In 20, I see 2 groups of 10 and 0 ones. 1 group of 10, 2 groups of 10. Now, we're going to use the vertical format to add these numbers. Now remember, you have to line up your numbers. Your 1s go on this side, your 10s go on this side. So when you write 21 plus 20, make sure you write them in the right spot. 21, 2 groups of 10, and 1 1, plus 20. 2 groups of 10, and 0 ones. Now you're ready to add. Always start with the 1s column. This is a column, it's vertical. So start with the 1s and write your answer underneath it. 1 plus 0 equals 1. 2 plus 2 equals 4. 1 plus 0 is 1. 2 10s plus 2 10s is 4 10s. So we say this number 41. 21 plus 20 equals 41. Check with your picture to make sure you added correctly. Let's count the 10s first. 10, 20, 30, 40, and one more is 41. My answers are the same. Okay, we're going to try a couple more. Okay. Barry has 12 red cars. He has 10 blue cars. How many cars does Barry have in all? Barry has 12 red cars and 10 blue cars. How many does Barry have in all? I hear in all, which means I am going to be adding my two numbers together. Let's break this apart. Let's represent it on our part home mat. This time I'm going to draw with my marker because you all don't have these magnets at home. And then we're going to put it on our vertical addition table, and then we're going to add it. Okay? So 12. 12 has one group of 10 and 2 ones. One group of 10 and 2 ones. 10 is one group of 10. Okay, now we're going to write these two numbers on our vertical addition table. 12 is one group of 10 and 2 ones, plus 10 is one group of 10 and 0 ones. Okay, now just like we did Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, let's look at these. When we looked at the ones, we said, oh, there's 0 and 2. Well, it's the same here. What is 2 plus 0? 2 ones plus 0 ones is 2 ones. One group of 10 plus another group of 10 is 2 groups of 10. 12 plus 10 is 22. Let's check our work using our picture. 10, 20, 21, 22. These two parts together is 22. We did it right. Ready for one more? Okay. Much easier to erase it. Okay, one more problem, and then I'm going to give you one to try by yourself. Amy picks 18 roses. Roger picks 30 tulips. How many flowers do Amy and Roger pick all together? All together, that means we're putting two parts together and adding. Amy picks 18 roses. Roger picks 30 tulips. How many altogether? Flowers do they have altogether? I see one group of 10 and 8 ones. Let's represent it on our part whole. One group of 10 and 8 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Roger picked 30 tulips. That's 3 groups of 10. 10, 20, 30, and 0 ones. Okay, we'll write it out on our vertical chart table. 18 is one group of 10 and 8 ones. Notice how I'm lining up my numbers under the right spot. Plus 30, 3 groups of 10 and 0 ones. Now we're going to add together, starting with the ones. What's 8 ones plus 0? 8. What's one group of 10 plus 3 groups of 10? 10, 20, 30, 40. 4 groups of 10. 18 plus 30 equals 48. Check our picture. Let's count by tens first. 10, 20, 30, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48. Correct. Okay. Now I'm going to clear the board. I'm going to read you a problem, and then I'm going to give you a couple seconds to try to work it out and draw a picture. You can do it on your dry erase board, or you can do it on a piece of paper at home. And then we can check together. And then you can get started on your classwork and then enjoy the rest of your day. Last problem. There are 21 apples in the bowl. George buys 10 more apples. How many apples are there in all? There are 21 apples in the bowl. George buys 10 more apples. How many apples are there in all? Okay, I'm going to get you started and then you're going to work it out. So George had 21 apples in a bowl. He buys 10 more apples at the store. How many does he have in all? Okay, take a couple seconds, work it out. Hit pause on the video if you need some more time. I'm going to step away. Remember, draw your picture. Represent the two parts, 21 and 10. Draw it in the vertical chart. And then add your ones and then add your tens. Okay, if you need more time, just hit pause. If not, I'm going to walk through this with you. In 21, I see 2 groups of 10 and 1, 1. I draw it on my part whole map. 10, 20, 21. I add 1 group of 10. That's my other part. And 0 ones. I write 21 here. Then I write 10 underneath it. I add my ones. 1 plus 0 is 1. Now I add my tens. 2 tens plus 1 10 is 3 tens. My answer is 31. 21 plus 10 more is 31. I'll check my work with my picture. Count the tens first. 10, 20, 30, and 1 more. My whole, or my sum, is 31. Great job, you guys. Okay, the next part of today's math lesson is to take out this paper, 10-6. On it, just like we did on the board, you're going to write a number sentence first. You're going to, well, first obviously read the problem, then write your number sentence. Fill in the blanks. You can see there's a circle here. In this circle, you're just going to put a plus sign. Okay, I'll put that there so that you can remember. And then in the second circle, also do a plus sign because you're adding today. Okay, normally you would read the problem to make sure, but I'm telling you you're adding today. Okay, so number 1, Jan has 14 stamps. She gets 30 more. How many stamps does she have now? And number 2, we have Max's name in it today. Max has 19 cherries. His brother gives him 10 more cherries. How many cherries does Max have now? Read the problems, think about those numbers, write the number sentence down, write it vertically. If you want to draw a picture, you can draw the picture on the side to help you. If not, just start with your 1s, add your 1s first, then your 10s, and fill in your answers. That's it. On the bottom, Billy says that he can add 23 and 40 without regrouping. Is Bill correct? How do you know? Remember, you count the 1s. If you're going to regroup, the 1s must be 10 or more. Just a little hint for number 3. Have a good time, good luck, and I can't wait to see how you guys do. Bye-bye.